The temperature was 84 degrees, fluid dew point 74, and the relative humidity was 71%, producing a heat index of 91. The wind was calm. Around the region in Wichita, it was partly sunny with a temperature of 80.
Guys, welcome back to another live stream. We're just going to be here for about an hour or so. We are going to be doing ourselves a bit of forecasting for you guys. We're going to take a look at the future in terms of what we can expect down in time. We're going to talk about personal forecasts. So if y'all have a zip code, hold it for a second. But if y'all have a zip code in today's stream, we are going to be doing these zip codes here. So obviously we'll be here in order to get y'all's get you guys' forecasts out there and make sure that you guys are ready for the threats if there's any across your location. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome back once again. If you guys are just joining for the first time today, obviously, hello. Hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. If you guys are joining us again, I did a little bit of coverage earlier, and I came back here now to do personal forecasts and different stream. Essentially, it's a different kind of stream here. But if you guys are just joining us again from that, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here again. Okay, let's go ahead and see who's here today. We got ourselves Carson, Judy. Haven't seen Judy in a while. Hope you're doing good, Judy. We have John. We have Leon. We have Justin, Red Road. We have Brenda. Let's see, Catnado. We have Jonathan. We have Crazy Awesome. We have B-Borg. We have My Swanky as well. What's up, guys? Hope everyone is doing good. Glad to have you out here. Also, Kristen's here. Caden and Wesson. Is the people who is currently in the chat. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. So, all right, y'all. So we have ourselves a new update that just came through from the Storm Prediction Center. As soon as we started the stream, I just got a notification that a new outlook has been issued from the Storm Prediction Center. Let's see here. They completely removed the tornado probability on there, so that's some good news. We're going to go and hop you guys over here to the convective outlook. Here's the latest day one. So this is today's thunderstorm outlook regarding severe weather. So obviously we have three shades here. You have a light green, we have a dark green, and a yellow. Obviously the light green just says a couple thunderstorms possible. They're not expected to be anything severe. So across the southeast, a couple thunderstorms. Across the upper northeast, a couple thunderstorms. Midwest, Ohio Valley, chances for a couple of thunderstorms. Now, we move into the dark green. So this includes portions here like Nebraska, portions of Kansas, portions here of Oklahoma. So this is a marginal risk, a level 1 on a spectrum of 5. The worse, or the higher the number, the more potentially worse it could get. But in terms of this, we are at a level 1, the first level of severe thunderstorm activity. Giving you a 5% chance of overall severe weather across portions here of Nebraska, Kansas, and portions of Oklahoma. Now, we move into the yellow. That is a slight risk. That is a level 2 on that spectrum up to 5. That is where you have a 15% chance of seeing severe weather within 25 miles. Once again, tornadoes, they completely removed for today, so we are not expecting any more tornadoes here for today. Thank goodness. We actually did have a couple of tornado reports today. In terms of damaging winds here, we got a 15% chance for damaging winds across north-central Oklahoma, central and south-central portions here of Kansas, giving you a 15% chance of seeing some damaging wind gusts, potentially up to 60 to 70 miles per hour in terms of wind gusts. Then we move our way into hail aspect. We have pretty much the same risk between damaging winds and hail, although there is a little something different that you might be able to tell here. For the hail threat, we got this kind of black netting that's going around here for north central Oklahoma into south central Kansas. That, my friend, oh my gosh, down the wrong way. Anyways, but what that is what we call a hatched risk or a significant risk. And what that is telling us is that there is the potential that we could see some very large hail, potentially up to 2 inches in diameter or larger. We're talking some really big hail. Now, across Kansas, as a little bit of a recap to you guys who have not been really following along with the weather today, we've had some pretty nasty thunderstorms roll their way through Kansas. We did a little bit of coverage on a supercell that was tracking down south from north central Kansas. This is the storm now at the moment. It's actually for south central Kansas at the moment. But this guy's been pretty nasty, potentially producing some winds up to 80 miles an hour. And also we've had hail reported up to 3 inches in diameter at maximum. Absolutely a crazy complex of storms here. Right now, we got some warnings out here for 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts towards, let's see, Rush Center, southeast of that, Sawyer. Tennis ball size hail, so basically 2.5-inch hail, I believe. Yes, 2.5-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Like I said, terminal velocity, basically the gravity pulling down the hailstone is going to be moving pretty quickly. We're going to see a lot of velocities picked up on that, a lot of speeds pick up on that, those hailstones that are falling. Let's see here. John says, Andrew, didn't I just say that Chicago has a marginal of severe weather? Yes, it does. It does. Well, the old Outlook did, the one I was looking at before I went live. The new one does not. So you are good to go. There is no longer a risk for severe weather out there towards Chicago. So things are looking good. But anyways, yeah, guys, so that's what we're going to be doing in this live stream. We're going to be talking about, some forecasts. We're going to break this down for you guys personally. We're going to be doing some personal forecasts in terms of zip code forecasting. We're going to be also doing a little discussion on the tropics. We're going to be doing a discussion on the severe weather in the future, maybe a model breakdown of a couple of things. And we're just going to overall do a couple of things here for today. Let's see here. What's up, Kobe? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Welcome all. Hope you all are doing well. Excellent day. You too, Carson. Let's see. Brad says, have a good night, Andrew. You too, Brad. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Rain says, I've only had 2 slight risks in July, halfway over. Yeah. Well, slight risk, I mean, still gives you a shot for severe weather. That's the thing. It's not always about the risk there, honestly. I mean, even in a marginal, you can see severe weather. I mean, it's not always about the convective outlook you're in. I mean, obviously, the higher the outlook you are in, the more likely of seeing severe weather, but just because you're in that lowest or one of the lowest threats does not mean that you're completely ruled out of seeing anything. So, still not over yet either. Let's see here. Hello. Okay, Terry says, hello, Carson. What's up, Terry? Hope you're doing good. I know you weren't talking to me, but I hope you're doing good, Terry. Let's see. John says, I just find it funny how perfect timing was for the new Outlook. And you said Chicago margin. Yeah, I know. As soon as I said that you were in the clear, we got a new Outlook and they removed it from you. So, well, that's good. Not expecting anything severe. Here, I could actually take you over here to that view real quickly, back over towards Chicago. Hey, I tell you what, Chicago's been getting hit hard the last couple of days, or a couple days ago. My mom was in Chicago for a layover. She was in New Mexico, and she literally got a tornado within a mile of her at that airport. Everyone evacuated out of. Absolutely crazy. Really, really, really crazy stuff. Now, in terms of Chicago right now, you can see radar is clear. I mean, we got a few little scatters out here. I don't even think this is meteorological, is it? Let me confirm this by correlation coefficient. Yeah, it's not even meteorological. So it would pop up a bunch of reds showing similar particle size. But, this is likely just insects. Could be bats. Could be birds. Could be a bunch of things. But in terms of rainfall, hey, it's clear. It's really clear out there towards Chicago. So that's some good news. Once again, they removed that severe weather threat. They still have you in a thunderstorm risk, but I don't even see that happening personally. I really do not see you being in a big severe weather threat. Anyways, let's see here. Cat Nader says, I'm playing Microsoft Flight Simulator while watching your stream. Let's say Flat Simulator. Flight Simulator. Gotcha. All right, let's see here. All right, Carson, you're going to get the first forecast of the day with the zip code. Let's see, Drew, can I get 270124 tomorrow? You can, absolutely. Let's see here. You said 27012. 27012. This is for North Carolina. All right, let's see here. We're going to hop over to day 2. We're going to keep it on day 2 here for now. But anyways, tomorrow you got a general thunderstorm threat, my friend. I'm actually going to hop you over to the other convective outlooks here as well. I'm not just going to give you one for tomorrow. I'm going to give you one for today, which today you're good. Tomorrow, yep, generalized thunderstorm threat, and for the day after tomorrow, same thing. So tomorrow being Monday and Tuesday, there is a generalized thunderstorm threat, meaning there's a shot for a couple of thunderstorms, but they are not expected to do anything crazy. They're not expected to be anything severe. In terms of things right now, it's pretty clear out to you. Just a little bit of showers and a couple thunderstorms popping off here just south of you, actually in South Carolina. So you're pretty far away from any activity, and you are looking good, my friend. All right, let's see here. See, I believe my city is not in a severe risk, so that's cool. Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to be in anything unless you're a big, severe weather lover like I am. I love having some good storms. Absolutely. Let's see. Goomy says my power is out. That's not good. Hopefully that gets restored here soon. Let's see here. Leon saying 08611 for tomorrow, please. Absolutely, I got you. Let's see here. You said 08611. 08611. This is for New Jersey. Gotcha. All right, let's see. Tomorrow you're in a generalized thunderstorm threat. So you're out here in Trenton, New Jersey. Okay. Let's see. We're going to hop over to tomorrow or today's outlook. So here you go. So you're out here, my friend. There's Trenton. You're right in this area here. Nothing for tonight. So that's some good news. Not even in a general thunderstorm threat. Tomorrow you are. So I'd say it's possible to have a few showers, a few thunderstorms. It's not immediately a likely scenario, but it's possible. Then we move our way into Tuesday. Same thing. Between tomorrow being Monday and Tuesday, you're looking at a pretty, kind of a generalized thunderstorm day. Possibility for a couple of thunderstorms to pop off, but not expected to be anything really too crazy. Not expected to be anything severe. Let's see here. But that's there for you. Carson says, hey, thanks, Drew. Thank you for keeping everyone weather aware. No problem. Anytime, Carson. You're very welcome. Let's see here. Steven says, hey, Andrew, and everyone from sticky and swampy Leventon, Pennsylvania. You guys, humidity's pretty high up there, Steven. Hope you're doing good, Steven. Glad to have you, man. Justin saying 62952 after 1 a.m., please. Absolutely. All right, we're going to go ahead and hop over here back to this program. This allows me to look it up. So you said for 62952. 62952. Right here in Illinois. Gotcha. All right, so you got yourself a general thunderstorm threat here. So let's see here. Between today and tonight, obviously you said you wanted it for like after 1 a.m., so tomorrow's outlook essentially. Okay. Now for tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, you do have a generalized thunderstorm threat. I really don't think, I don't expect anything severe to really happen. I just realized I'm actually in a marginal tomorrow. But anyways, speaking of, right now you're not in any form of severe weather risk, although a few showers, according to the Storm Prediction Center, could occur. Not expected to do anything too crazy. Now, watch out for this, though. Look at this. So we move our way into Tuesday. See that dark green over all of Illinois for the most part? I mean, all of southern and central Illinois, I should say. Northern Illinois is kind of excluded in this, but like I said, that dark green, that's a marginal risk. So I would look out Tuesday. You got a shot. 5% chance. Not really anything too crazy as of now, but has room to be upgraded possibly. But like I said, right now, I mean, you're in a pretty, pretty okay threat for severe weather, I guess. Not really too high. All right, let's see here. But hopefully that helped you out. Let's see. Does my radar pick up the smoke we were getting in Michigan? The radar can only pick up smoke if it's like close to the source of the fire. It can't pick it up once it's already been dispersed. But I tell you something that can pick it up. That's satellite view. We take a look over here at satellite. Current continental United States lookouts. Let's see. Here's the current satellite view. Yeah, I mean, you can see it pretty well from satellite. See all that? Kind of hard to make out because we're switching from visible to infrared here at nighttime. But if I backtrack a bit, you can actually see all of that haziness. That's not clouds. That's all smoke. We're getting a lot of smoke still. But you can actually see what's going on here, y'all. Gotta thank Canada once again for all this. But we got ourselves a big low-pressure system right up here towards Minnesota and Wisconsin. These systems rotate counterclockwise, as you may or may not know, in the northern hemisphere. So this is just driving a big old jet of air down to the southeast. and is actually bringing a bunch of that smoke coming from Canada, bringing it down into the United States. Obviously, right now, we're getting some pretty bad smoke across like Montana, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, a lot of the southeast. I mean, a lot of these places are getting hit pretty good across these areas here. Yeah, especially the Ohio Valley. I tell you what, even I'm getting it pretty bad out here in Kentucky. Yeah, you can see Kentucky's just covered in haze from all of this smoke. I mean, it's been absolutely nuts. But yeah, my radar can't pick it up unless I'm near the source, which obviously, we don't really have any radars in the United States that's actually near the fires. But in terms of in terms of satellite view, you sure as heck can see it. Absolutely, you 100% can see it. All right, let's see here. Next question. Let's see here. Copy says, hello there. How are you today? Doing pretty good. Hope you're doing good yourself. Let's see here. All right, Pancake Lover wants me to take a look here at 74818. Gotcha. Let's see, 74818. Cross portions here of Seminole, Oklahoma. All right, you are in a general thunderstorm threat tomorrow. Okay, I know where Seminole's at, just east of Oklahoma City. Let's go ahead and hop over here to tomorrow's outlook. Let's actually go ahead and get rid of these watches and the warnings and all that stuff. We don't need that right now. Since we're not doing really coverage right now on this, we'll go ahead and turn off the watches and all the warnings and stuff. There we go. Okay, so tomorrow. You have a generalized thunderstorm threat, so the light green color just means there's a chance for a couple thunderstorms. They're not expected to be anything crazy. They're not expected to be severe. We move our way into the day after that, which is Tuesday. And in terms of Tuesday, out here towards Seminole, you can see you are barely making it inside that light green. I mean, it's a small chance. Would I really rely on it? Probably not, honestly. It's kind of a little bit, a little bit hard to predict specifically exactly who will see thunderstorms specifically and who won't, but unless it's like a big line, which we're not expecting any of that activity to kick off. But you're looking pretty good. You're looking all right regarding, in terms of severe weather activity. Nothing too crazy is expected out there towards you. Now, whenever it comes to, let's see, I'm going to look at any watches or anything. I think you're good. You're not under any form of severe weather watches. We do have a bit of heat advisory activity to your south, but that's not really going to be a big problem for you. At least it isn't as of now. But right now, no active watches or warnings. Obviously, right now, you're pretty good to go. Everything's looking all right. You're not in any form of crazy risk you should be aware of. Let's see. Our rain is still protecting me from the smoke, says Judy. That must be nice. It must be nice. And by the way, guys, if you are experiencing the smoke activity, seriously, guys, make sure that you limit your exposure outside. It's not good for your lungs. It's really bad for you. Very toxic. So make sure that you guys are, limiting your time outside. I mean, and like I said, if you're gonna go outside, make sure you cover your face so you don't get that stuff in your lungs. It's not good for you. Let's see here. Tuesday, I think Southern Central Illinois might get a slight for Chicago. This is Tuesday. Who knows? I mean, right now it's marginal. I mean, like I said, there possibly could be some room for upgrades, but right now it's a level 1. We'll see if it get upgraded. Let's see here. John says, "Am I spelling that right? TSTM? That's correct. Yep. TSTM is it's an abbreviation for thunderstorm, like a really shortened thing for thunderstorm there." Will Eastern Pennsylvania get smoke? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it actually looks like Pennsylvania is getting hit pretty hard by the smoke here. Let's see here. We're gonna hop y'all over here back to SAT for a second. So this is back in Pennsylvania. If you look at the radar, or not the radar, the satellite view, you can actually see all the smoke. I mean, you can easily tell what's the difference between a cloud and what's the difference between smoke. I mean, you see how white all the clouds are, and then you can see how tan the smoke is. I mean, you can definitely tell what is smoke and what is not. Real crazy stuff. I mean, you can see that big burst of smoke. I mean, it's going right into eastern Pennsylvania. If we play this in motion here, I mean, you can see it's just tracking its way. We're going to actually play this farther out. Yeah, here's today's entire scan on satellite. So here you go. So obviously, the sun comes up. We get a cloud rolling through. Then look, here you go. Big wall of smoke starts kicking its way to the east here. as we continue to track our way down into the evening hours. You can see that big wall of smoke that is coming towards you. Probably going to experience that tonight. Absolutely. See, not right now. There's none as of now. Okay, well, that's going to be hitting you pretty soon, it looks like. Why is my camera all glitchy? But it definitely does look like it is going to hit you sometime, probably tonight, I'd say, because it's a big wall, and it's pushing right there towards you. Let's see here. Coffee says, I work outside for 12-plus hours a day. Oof, wow. 12 hours? Holy cow, dude. That's crazy. Let's see here. Mr. America says, are some meteorologists smarter than other ones? Yeah. Yeah, some people know more than others. Let's see here. Not right now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, not as of now right now, Mr. Animal, but it does definitely look like that big wall is working its way towards you. So I would keep an eye on it. I would keep an eye on it tonight. Wrong screen again. There we go. But anyways, let's see here. What about Dayton, Ohio? Gotcha. I think I know where Dayton is. I might be able to find this. Isn't Dayton around the western side somewhere? Yeah, there it is. Right there. Dayton, Ohio. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so for tonight, you got a general thunderstorm threat. It basically just says chance for a few thunderstorms, but honestly, I don't see much that activity. I don't think there's really hardly anything going on out there right now anyways. Let's see. Well, you know what? There's actually a couple of little thunder showers popping off here. For Dayton, though, yeah, there's Dayton right there. It's kind of clear out there towards Dayton. I'm not exactly so confident that I'd expect anything out there. But tomorrow, though, another generalized thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. Pay attention to a couple of thunderstorms being possible. We do actually got ourselves a pretty big sight risk tomorrow. Tomorrow's severe weather is really targeting South Dakota and Nebraska. But anyways, back over here towards Dayton. Looking good for Monday, tomorrow, and actually Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday again. Generalized thunderstorm threat, not expected to be anything crazy. Let's see here. It's peak AC season. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. America says, I wonder how those fires happen. Maybe from lightning strikes. That's a good possibility. Yeah, lightning. Obviously, lightning can start fires. First you got to know what conditions you need for the fires. I mean, like it could be you need low relative humidity and high winds to create. You need low relative humidity for dry conditions, and then you need a lot of winds to carry the winds around or carry the fires around. Now, in terms of the cause of it, it could be lightning, could be man-made, could be somebody simply throwing out a cigar or a cigarette or something like that, and it could catch the woods on fire. It could be a number of things. It could be a lot of things. Maybe a campfire got out of control. I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities. Let's see here. Nintendo Brady says, what about Michigan? I don't think there's much going on in Michigan right now. We got ourselves, the entire state has a generalized thunderstorm threat. I don't think there's much going on out there right now. Let's see here. Hopping over. Well, we got a little bit of storms popping in there towards like Traverse City. Let's see. Other places like Gaines Township, pretty clear. Detroit's pretty clear. Yeah, Michigan's pretty clear for the most part, except for the northern side, kind of northwestern side. A couple thunderstorms could be possible tonight. Tomorrow, looking pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Small chance for a couple showers across southeastern Michigan. Then for Tuesday, being day 3 here, pretty much clear for most of the state. So nothing crazy popping up out there anytime soon. Let's see. No watches, no warnings. You're golden. Looking pretty good. Let's see here. PayPal Me says, hello, just got here. How is South Louisiana looking? All right, let's go and hop over down there. You guys did have a risk today. You don't anymore. Things are looking all right now. We had ourselves a bit of, crazy weather. A couple thunderstorms roll through today. For the most part, it's out for the central side, but still for the south areas. I mean, we still got a couple of strong, thunderstorms popping off, not necessarily severe. I mean, we got a couple special weather statements talking about some of these winds could get up to 40-mile-an-hour winds. Nothing too crazy. But a couple thunderstorms, obviously a bit of lightning detection still ongoing there. Probably going to happen for at least until midnight, I'd say. in terms of this activity. Now, back over to the outlook here. So for tomorrow being Monday, chances for a couple more thunderstorms, maybe a few showers, but not expected to do anything too crazy. And then for Tuesday, same thing, couple showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms. But it's possible we could have some on and off thunderstorms for the next 2-3 days or so. But as of right now, there's no immediate concerns for anything severe. Now, I will tell you this. There's actually, depending on where you're at in Louisiana, if I hop over here to the watches and warnings that we have available here, we actually got ourselves a couple of heat advisories in effect for the southwestern side, the northeastern side of Louisiana. It's kind of weird. It's like an off-on type of thing. So for southeast Louisiana, there's nothing there, no warnings, watches. Southwest Louisiana, there is stuff there. Northwestern, there's nothing, and northeastern, there is something. So these orange polygons, these little orange boxes you see for these counties, those are heat advisories, basically meaning that it's going to be hot. It's going to be real hot. So make sure that you are, make sure you're drinking a lot of water, and obviously, if you can, be in the AC. But a couple of these purple ones, too, talking about, let's see, those are severe thunderstorm watches in effect. So those won't last long. But we got a big problem up in the northeast, guys. I haven't mentioned this yet, but we got another big threat for flooding up in the northeast here. We're going to hop back over here to the Weather Prediction Center. In terms of activity right now, got a slight risk for flooding. I think this was a moderate, wasn't it? I think it was a moderate at some point, but we still got a pretty decent threat for flooding up there in the northeast. Vermont, once again, getting hit by a lot of rainfall. Not as crazy as that last event where we had that high risk for flooding, but things have calmed down a little bit here. Tomorrow, nothing too crazy, and the day after, yeah, maybe Tuesday could get a bit more flooding across the northeast. So it's going to be happening again, it looks like, here for happening again for Tuesday, maybe some more rain. Also could bring a flooding concern for like Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri, possibly for Tuesday. So we got a severe weather threat that day as well. So we got to keep an eye out there for that. Possibly slow-moving thunderstorms could cause for ponding of water. So that could be something to watch out there across the cross portions of like the Ohio Valley and the Midwest. So that's just something to look at. For the next, keep on going to the wrong scene. Keep on clicking on the wrong one. But anyways, yep, Louisiana, just anything you got to watch out for. A couple thunderstorms, not anything severe, and a couple heat advisories depending on where you're at. Intense Fairy says, let's see here. Evening from Prattville, Alabama. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. What's up, TRG? Hope you're doing good, man. My friend lives in a camper. Gets scared when the winds pick up to 30 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want to be in a camper during high winds. It can toss you like a tumbleweed. Definitely not anything good. Let's see here. Carson says, Drew, how was your day? My day's been pretty good. Hope yours has been the same. Let's see. Judy says, we have had so many washed out roads up here in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Judy, are you in Vermont? You said you're in the Northeast, right? Are you in Vermont by any chance? Did you experience that big flooding event a couple days ago? Oh, I don't think it's been quite a week yet, but it was a couple days ago. See, Penny says it's real humid here. It's been pretty humid here as well in Kentucky. It's been smoky. It's been real smoky out here. Let's see here. J. Lou says, hey, everyone. Or hey, Andrew and everyone. Blessings evening. You as well, J. Lou. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing good. Judy says New Hampshire. Gotcha. Yep, neighbors. Your neighbors. But, yeah, you got hit pretty good here as well. Yeah, heads up to you, Judy. Today was even worse. Gotcha. Yeah, heads up to you. Like I said, the Weather Prediction Center put out a pretty decent excessive rainfall outlook for you today and Tuesday. So, keep an eye on it. Definitely keep an eye on it. Let's see here. So, once again, back over to tomorrow's risk. Yeah, we got a decent threat for severe weather tomorrow across like Kansas and Nebraska. Let's see. What about tornadoes? I didn't really look at tornado risk tomorrow. No, we don't got any tornado risk tomorrow. That's some good news. Still got a tropical cyclone. Oh, that's something to talk about. Yeah, I got to watch out for Hawaii. Could get hit by a tropical storm there, the Big Island. Big Island could get hit here down in time. Let me see what the Hurricane Center has to say on it. This is Calvin Hurricane Calvin, which it is tracking westbound, obviously. Yeah, it will be getting near Hawaii, the Big Island, kind of around like 8 a.m. on Wednesday. Here, I'll go and hop you guys over here to the Hurricane Center. Yeah, around 8 a.m. on Wednesday, it's going to be getting close to the Big Island. Could expect some impacts here. Wind speed probabilities could get up to tropical storm force. So it's something to keep an eye out there for. But this thing was a beast. This thing did get up to Cat 3. Yep, highest category. It got up to Cat 3 for a bit. Let's see, I think lowest pressure was 954 millibars, 955. Maximum wind gusts were up to 155 miles per hour on this guy, and maximum winds were up to 127 miles per hour. So that was nearly Cat 4. Give it up. Let's see. Yeah, it's like 3 mile an hour short. I think 130 plus is 130 plus mile an hour winds is that. I think that's Cat 4. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this thing's been a hurricane for quite a while. Luckily now it's been downgraded. It's not right now. It's not a. Right now, it's not a hurricane or anything. It's just a tropical storm. But like I said, Big Island of Hawaii, you should keep an eye on it if you're going out there on a vacation or something. Keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Any risk for Justin, Texas for Monday and Tuesdays, is Ricky? Let's see. We're going to hop back over here to the USA. You said for Justin, Texas, if I said right. Yes. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Justin, Texas, gotcha. You, my friend, okay, you're towards Fort Worth, gotcha. Wasn't sure what side you were on. All right, let's see here. So for today, nothing going on tonight. You're looking pretty good. Tomorrow, really looking fine as well. Tuesday, looking fine. Really, the next 3 days, we're not expecting any crazy thunderstorm activity to occur, so that's looking pretty good for you. Now, whenever it comes to any watches or anything like that, yeah, you are under a heat advisory. Temperatures are expected to get pretty hot, so just make sure that you are staying well hydrated out if you're outdoors for a long period of time. But other than that, you're not really under any major, huge concerns for anything crazy like severe weather or anything. But anyways, let's see here. I'll be lurking. I may chat here and there, says TRG. I got you. See, oh, you said you're heading out. I'm extremely tired. Go to bed, man. See here. Scott says, so sad for the lives lost in flooding. I haven't heard any reports of deaths. Does anybody know any numbers? Wow. So let's go and hop back to tomorrow's risk real quickly. So yeah, we don't have a tornado threat tomorrow. We determined in terms of hail. Yeah, hail kind of seems to be one of the main concerns. Got a 15% chance across that slight risk. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be watching out for Kansas and Nebraska. Let's see. Significant hail is a concern. Yeah, we're looking at a potential for some really large hail actually out there towards Kansas. Or sorry, not Kansas. South Dakota. Yeah, north central Nebraska here. Let's see. Damaging winds. Yep, another concern. 15%, slightly more down to the southeast. This includes, like, I believe. Let's see. I was thinking it was for Lincoln, but no, it's not. It's northwest of Lincoln here. Let's see, is that significant? Nope, it's not. So the only main concern tomorrow is going to have is significant hail threat. Maybe some hailstones up to 2 inches in diameter could be possible. It's going to be pretty nasty. It's going to be pretty nasty regarding, severe weather and stuff like that tomorrow. So we'll have to watch out. Kentucky got a marginal out there, even including Louisville inside that marginal risk for severe weather. Seems to be mostly just a hail and damaging wind threat. Tornadoes, once again, there's no threat for tornadoes tomorrow, so that's some good news. We don't have to worry about all that. I got another little itty-bitty marginal risk out there towards West Virginia, southeast Ohio, or kind of on the eastern side of Ohio, and western sides of Pennsylvania inside the risk. Other than that, oh, wait, another itty-bitty risk for north central Montana, but who lives up there? But we got a little bit of activity there for the possibility of maybe some small hail and some wind. So kind of seems to be the main threat. It's just kind of tied between hail and damaging winds. But in terms of hail, that's what kind of takes the cake in severity. You know, hail could be a bit more severe when comparing to damaging winds. It seems like hail is going to be a bit more significant. Anyways, let's see here. Liberalness says, hi, Andrew, in chat. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Catman said just got out of a nice shower. Well, that's nice. Are you talking about like a shower or a rain shower? See, Rain says we had a moderate. Yes, we did. I thought we did. I'm pretty sure we did, but they did. They did take that down, which now it's a slight risk for flooding. That's good news. Then we got this big old crazy dude. Have y'all seen this? Dude, this storm has been crazy. So it is a subtropical depression. It's a lot to take in, I know. So subtropical means that it's in the waters that is not considered tropical producing, basically under 26 degrees Celsius. That is the previous track that is done right here where I drew the arrow. It's done in this big old loop. And it's expected to go right back around and do another loop. It's a really weird tracking system. It's kind of caught. It's kind of being caught out there in the middle of the Atlantic. I think high pressure is basically squeezing it together, because I'm pretty sure the conditions are that we have high pressure on both sides, and this low is just kind of being bombarded and just kind of stuck in this one spot. So it's just kind of steering and doing all kinds of different weird movements. But, you know, it's far out. It's not a concern for anybody out there. I mean, honestly, it's looking fine. Now, you may have noticed on the thumbnail of the video, you might be wondering, well, what's going on in the Atlantic otherwise? So that's the current storm we have right now. The Hurricane Center, I'm just going to say straight up, does not have anything right now. Yep, as we check here, the latest Hurricane Center update does not have anything tropical related other than Dawn, or that's even subtropical. But no new systems developing. But the thing I wanted to point out here, I've been noticing this for a few days now. If we take a look out here towards the ensembles for the next little bit. So if I go ahead and loop this down in advance here, I'm going to full screen this here. You're going to notice, so obviously we have the crazy Dawn system. We get a little bit of, a bit of support of a low, kind of a tropical wave that kind of moves west here. And this could theoretically track its way up here, possibly towards the Caribbean, towards the western Atlantic. There's a lot of unknowns. Like I said, once again, the Hurricane Center does not have anything on it as of now. But you can see it could be a system to watch. It could be something to keep an eye out there for, as you know, maybe some tropical development could occur down in time. Obviously, the waters have heated up a lot. They have. The tropical waters are definitely supportive of tropical cyclones, but it's not just up to those waters. It's actually up to moisture and lack of winds is what, you don't want any other winds that are foreign to a tropical cyclone, because if you have strong upper level winds, that could cut out the storm. Suffocated essentially. But yeah, no, we gotta watch out for this here. There's been a couple of models that are kind of goofing around, like the GFS here. Don't take this seriously, but GFS is kind of like maybe something could happen very far down in time. I don't trust this. I mean, this is really far away. This is more than 10 days out, so you know better than to trust models this far out. But let's see, other models. We're gonna actually hop over to the North Atlantic, but I'd say it's possible, because honestly, the GFS does show a potential tropical system happening within the next 9 days or so. But in terms of like I said, in terms of that, I really don't expect anything too crazy. Actually, it has Dawn continuing. Yeah, you know what? I was right. There is high pressure on both sides. You can see right here. That's kind of squeezing Dawn in one spot. And then it's just going to do some kind of dancing around. The high and the low are just going to kind of do a little dance and just going to kind of do its own little thing. But the thing is, though, is that this high pressure being so strong, it should allow for anything to come up into the Atlantic possibly to stay down. That's kind of the only concern I have whenever it comes to tropical development. Think of this as a big shield. The high pressure here is a big shield. If this kind of looks like a smiley face, if this big shield is in place, it could push down tropical activity further. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying that, in theory, if this high pressure remains, it could do stuff like that. Let's see. Back over the CMC model here. Still got crazy Dawn out there. In terms of CMC, it really doesn't show too much activity as of now. I see NavGem. Let's actually drop down to 12. See, it goes a little further. Yeah, NavGem kind of shows maybe a little tropical wave heading off the coast of Africa there. Icon, obviously. Yeah, Icon kind of does too. Maybe shows a little disturbance popping off there. But But anyways, but there's still a lack of information, a lack of model support right now. It's just a topic, it's just something to look at and say, hey, it's upticking a little bit, could be something to keep an eye out there for, but it's no immediate like you need to prepare now type of ordeal. It's not anything like that, but yeah, I mean, we'll watch the tropics. I mean, you guys know we'll definitely be on this here for a while. Let's see. Ricky says, "Hi, is there a high or a low pressure in North Texas?" Right now, it is kind of average pressure. Like I said, 1,013 millibars is the point between high and low. So around 1,013 is kind of what most of Texas is under right now. You can actually see here on the current meso analysis, kind of around 1,012, 1,014. I mean, it ranges from 1,010 to 1,014 across Texas. So that's kind of average pressure. It's not really high or low, particularly. But we do have a low pressure system up here in the upper, north of Michigan. You know what? Like I said, you can actually see how the pressure goes down to 1,004. That's a decent low pressure system. And, if we take a look here actually at the satellite view, if I move this up towards the north, and if I play this down in time, you can actually see that low pressure system right there. Give it a second to buffer, but it is moving counterclockwise. Here you go. You can really see it tracking down. See that counterclockwise rotation going this way? That's that low pressure system, and you can actually see that on the meso analysis how the pressure is lower because, in the northern hemisphere, pressure systems, low pressure systems rotate counterclockwise, and due to the Coriolis effect, they actually go clockwise in the south hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, which is pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool how that works. Yeah, tropical weather has been weak, but by the way, is the storms in Louisiana severe? No, they're not severe in Louisiana. But yeah, the reason it's been pretty quiet in the tropics right now is because we're in a pretty decent El Nino. Which obviously, if you guys have probably heard the terms La Nina, El Nino before. La Nina is what we were in since 2019. We just got out of that phase earlier this year, and we are now in what we call a El Nino. Wow, 0.95. That's a really strong El Nino. So basically, you always see me do this in our winter forecast videos, but essentially what's going on here is this is recording the Central Pacific temperatures. It's an oscillation, so it's basically measuring the above and below normal temperatures of the surface right there at the equator in the Pacific, because the Pacific's a really big ocean. It takes up most of the world. It's the biggest ocean in the world. So in terms of activity, obviously you can see we've been on a pretty steady increase in terms of hotter temperatures being observed at the surface of the ocean waters out there. We've had some dips and we've had some ridges, but in terms of activity, it's been a pretty steady increase in El Nino. Now, for hurricane season, what that typically means is that the trade winds at the equator increase. Basically saying that the winds that we have going from east to west towards the equator actually increase. Now, if you know anything about tropical cyclones, they cannot handle winds very well, other than the ones that they produce. Because if you have a tropical cyclone, say we'll have for hypothetical, we have a hurricane, right? We have a little hurricane right here. And this thing is tracking, let's say, west, okay? So if we have a lot of strong winds, like say, for example, if we have a lot of strong upper-level winds, let's say we have a big old jet of winds just driving right at the hurricane, that's going to cut off its organization. It's basically like choking out the storm, essentially. It's basically choking it. It cannot get organized of what it needs to be because the winds are just blowing everything to shreds. So it causes it to weak. And that's the same thing for even that's even the same thing for newly developing tropical cyclones. Before they can even really crank off, if you have strong upper level winds, it can't do nothing. It can't organize because these winds are a lot stronger in a typical El Nino, which is the current conditions that we are in now. Since we are in a really strong El Nino, we have not been seeing too much activity. But like I said, we had 2020, we had 2021, very active hurricane seasons. 2020 broke the record for the number of tropical systems in the Atlantic, marking a number 30, or 30 storms were named. Now, in terms of the activity out there in the Atlantic, whenever it comes to those years, really active. We were in a La Nina, which is the opposite oscillation of what we were in, or that we are in now. We were in a La Nina then. Cooler waters were observed, weaker trade winds towards the equator. Now we're in an El Nino, meaning warmer waters out there towards the center equator. So, for example, we got ourselves, basically the Pacific oscillation is kind of measured right in here somewhere. Let's see, it's kind of more, right there at that equator line. Basically, like right in this region here is where it's measured. And so basically during those really active seasons, this area of water was a lot colder than normal. And now it's a lot warmer than normal, which increases the winds, and which obviously, like I said, obviously in terms of activity here, it's weakened because we have a lot stronger trade winds across those areas. But anyways, that's just, kind of something to just talk about. Just wanted to briefly mention that. It's something I did want to actually mention in today's video, or sorry, today's live stream. But yeah, so we talked about the tropics. We've talked about the severe weather. We've done some zip codes. If there's anything I can help you guys with, please let me know. If there's any zip codes that you would like to get me to go through before we head off here. We're probably going to head off in about 15 minutes, guys. Like I said, I was planning to do this stream for about an hour. We've been live here for 46 minutes now. Just hit that 46-minute mark. We went live exactly at 9 o'clock. It's now 9:46. So if there's any zip codes that I could get to you guys to make sure that you guys are aware of the situation in terms of what's going on out there towards your location, just make sure it's in the United States, because that's all my programs can cover, and plus that's all I really know of. I know a lot of the United States weather. So other areas I'm not as familiar with in some cases, but in terms of the U.S., I can really break things down for y'all. But like I say, if you just let me know zip code, I'll plug in that zip code, I'll bring you to that location, and I will tell you what you can expect for the next 3 days. I'll let you know if you're under any form of watches or warnings and anything like that. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Julie wants me to take a look here at 53704. So if you guys are wanting to know how we do this, let's see here. 53704. 53704. So I plug it into this program. It brings me to Wisconsin in this case. So you, my friend, are kind of out there for south central Wisconsin. So right around in here. Okay, so then we're going to switch over to my other program. Now for tonight, for south central Wisconsin, a couple showers are possible. We're going to actually hop back to this program for a second. Look at the radar view. You can see a couple thunderstorms out there. So you have a possibility for a couple thunderstorms tonight, as it does look possible. Something to keep an eye out there for. Now, whenever it comes to tomorrow being Monday, there's no risk for any thunderstorms, no severe weather threat, nothing. Looking good for tomorrow. Then we move into Tuesday. Got a chance for maybe a few more thunderstorms. So between tonight, it's a possibility. Tomorrow, we're not expecting anything. And then for Tuesday, possibility again of a couple more thunderstorms, but they're not expected to be severe. Now, in terms of activity here, there's no watches, there's no current warnings, watches, or anything that's in effect here. There's no current warnings, watches, or advise or anything like that that's right now. So obviously, that's good news. So you're looking pretty good. Thanks for being a bit earlier tonight. Sleep well. You too, Judy. Let's see here. Let's see, why do I always stream around nighttime? Because most people work during the day, and they can't really watch this. Not to mention, usually severe weather is ongoing at nighttime, kind of like afternoon, evening, and into the nighttime hours. So I usually do go live at night. Also, so I can get through my stuff. I can get my stuff done through the day before I go live at night. All right, let's see. William wants me to take a look here at, 29566. All right, gotcha. We're going to hop over here. So you said for 29566. All right, so this is for South Carolina. Gotcha. Let's see. So you, my friend, are right on that line between north and south. Gotcha. Okay, so for right now, for current time being, it does look like maybe a little bit of showers and thunderstorms just to your east, but it's not really a likelihood that you're going to get much of anything. But it's possible. Now, just keep that in mind. I mean, you do have a general thunderstorm threat, so it says it's possible. Now, in terms of activity in the future, if we switch our way down towards that region, for tomorrow, there's another chance for a couple thunderstorms, but they're not expected to be severe. And then, of course, for Tuesday, same thing, looking relatively fine. Not anything severe, I should say. but a couple thunderstorms is possible. Absolutely. So that is something to keep an eye out there for. But no, you're good. Yeah, no warnings, no watches, nothing, no advisories. You're all right. Things are looking fine for you. Let's see here. See, Charlie wants me to take a look here at 18977. All right, let's see here. So 18977 for Pennsylvania. Gotcha. So you, my friend, are we literally just forecasted for like this exact region, not too far from it, slightly to your southeast. So what we determined here is that obviously right now, in terms of activity, it's pretty dry. As you can actually see on the radar, there's really nothing going on. But over the next 3 days, we don't see anything severe. But basically for tomorrow and Tuesday, so Monday and Tuesday, there's a shot for a couple showers and thunderstorms throughout the afternoon and evening times, but not anything crazy as expected. And in terms of watches, we're not in anything. No warnings, no watches, or advisories right now. So you're good. Nothing to worry about. Let's see. What is developing northwest heading? Let's see. What's developing NW? I don't know if you mean northwest or like my NWW16. Let's see. Heading for Kansas. Just got a notification for more severe thunderstorms and hail tonight for Kansas. So they did just update to convective outlook an hour ago. I don't know if that was the new thing you just got. But there is a possibility that a few more strong to severe storms could occur tonight. I mean, right now, if we take a look at the current radar view, there is actually a couple of strong to severe storms popping off for kind of south, central, and central portions of Kansas. But other than that, that's about it. But yeah, so tonight it's possible, depending on where you're at in Kansas. Like I said, if you're from northern Kansas, the odds are, kind of lower. But, in terms of activity, you should be, relatively okay. Specifically, just watch out for like the central and south central side. But here for tomorrow across Kansas, let's see, we're gonna hop back over here. Oops, wrong screen. Heading back over here tomorrow. Nothing going on tomorrow, and the day after that, yeah, pretty much clear. Yeah, tonight's the only night you gotta get through, so it's possible. But the good news is no tornadoes is expected. No tornado threat at all. Let's see here. Carp says, first, thank you for your expertise in sharing it with people. Have you ever seen wildfire smoke like this before? It has been off and on since the end of May here in Iowa. Thanks in advance. I really don't remember. I mean, I've seen some smoke before, obviously, but I haven't seen it this bad. I don't think ever. No, I have not seen it this bad. Yeah, I mean, we're getting hit. I mean, I'm getting hit really hard with it right now, actually. I mean, outside, it's very hazy, a lot of smoke everywhere. The sunsets are a lot more orange, if you guys have noticed, in the smoke. It's because there's a lot more particles, and the sun, the beams go right through it, so it really amplifies. It's crazy. Let's see here. That's bad news for Storm Chase. What, the smoke? It's not good. It's not good for anybody, really. How bad do I think severe weather will get in El Nino, especially during record one? Well, we're already past the severe weather, the craziness, but it's been very odd. It's been a lot different. What we've observed is that during El Nino, or at least I've seen this El Nino, is that we had a really weak main time frame for severe weather. Obviously, we have the worst time for seeing severe weather, or like the best time for seeing, I should say, is usually April and May. Those are usually the most active months. But May was quiet. Really quiet. And then, of course, you had June, and June hit like a hammer. Absolutely strong. So it's like it almost been flopped. It's almost like the roles have been flopped. So, I mean, we've been in a trend here for days and weeks. Not days, weeks and months, where we've been seeing day after day. Somewhere in the United States, severe weather happening somewhere in the United States. I don't see that going away anytime soon, personally. But, in terms of these massive outbreaks, we haven't been seeing too many of those recently, which is good. But, anyways. Just crazy. It's a little interesting. Carp says, thanks. No problem. Let's see here. Seems like there's severe storms will hit here in Colorado until September. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to leave that with a we'll see. Honestly, the weather is... The patterns are flipping all over the place. It's really hard to keep a hold of what's going on. Not going to lie. Stuff is a bit crazy right now. Let's see here. All right, so there is something I do want to go ahead and show you guys before we roll off for tonight. So we're going to head off here at 10 o'clock, so we have 5 minutes to go. It'll mark our hour mark for this personal forecast stream and just overall, general weather information stream. I do want to go ahead and show you guys the temperature outlook here for the next couple of weeks. So here for this week and the next week, it's actually looking actually a lot cooler than normal across the Ohio Valley. I'm actually in Kentucky, so I'm getting directly impacted by this. But a lot of the Mid-Atlantic, the Tennessee, Ohio Valley, Midwest regions, a lot cooler than normal. But out west, it's going to be a lot more hot than normal. A lot more hot out west. But yeah, in terms of that, really warm across the west and cooler across the Ohio Valley there for this week and the next week, or pretty much this week and the next week. Then for the following week after, kind of mild across the Mid-Atlantic, not really cooler, but just kind of normal, but still continuing to be blazing across the west. So really over the next couple of weeks, the weather patterns have a really big ridging effect across the west, with ridging bringing in a lot of warm air. So a lot of ridging across the west, which is going to lead to a bunch of warmer conditions overall, which, in this case, it should be a lot more hotter. But anyways, let's see here. Is there any generalized thunderstorms expected for Columbia City, Indiana coming week? I think so, yes. I think you do have one, tomorrow and the day after. So for the next 3 days you do. Yep. But generalized thunderstorm, I hope you know that does not mean anything severe, right? But yeah, nothing severe is expected. I've seen hail once in my life. Let's see, in my 13 years existence, it was like 2 to 3 weeks ago. Wow, crazy. I've seen it probably like 5 or 6 times. I've seen it a couple times. But I have been alive for 21 years, so I've seen it. I've seen a couple of these storms. But yeah, I've seen quite a bit of hail. Absolutely. I've experienced with 100-mile-per-hour winds. Wow. I think my house is like 80-something. So you beat me on that one. What was it, a derecho, Catman? I'm guessing it had to have been a derecho. Seriously, that's... Or unless if you're in the middle of a hurricane. Either a hurricane or a derecho, but I'm going to go with derecho. Crazy. All right, you guys. Well, let's go ahead and wind down the stream here, you guys. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the ending screen. Like I said, we are obviously going to be heading off here, y'all. Like I said, we're now have been live for pretty much an hour. Like I said, whenever I started the live stream, I said I just wanted to be here for an hour or so, just to, give you all an update on the weather, kind of talk about what's going on and all that fun stuff. So, just want to go ahead and say thank you so much for joining, guys. You all absolutely rock. Let's see, Carp, thank you so much for a $10 super chat. Very sweet of you, man. Coming in clutch right at the end of the live stream. Thank you so much, man. You are also the first donation of the day. Big thank you goes to Carp. Very sweet of you, man. Thank you, Carp. Very, very nice of you for the first donation. Everyone, please give Carp a big thank you in the chat. It's very sweet of you, man. Thank you so much. And Carp is saying thank you. And right back at you, man. Thank you absolutely so much, Carp. It means a lot. Really does. Let's see here. Do I cover winter storms when they start up? Yes, I do. I cover everything. Weather from... Get it? Weather from... So from hurricanes to, obviously, the tropics to severe thunderstorms to winter weather. I cover it all. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, big shout out goes to Carp. Thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. Really means a lot, man. Like I said, guys, we'll be heading off here in 2 minutes. So if you want to go ahead and say anything to your friends and family who's in the chat, go ahead and say it now. But that's going to go ahead and wrap up the coverage and the overall, forecasting here for tonight, guys. We'll be doing the same thing tomorrow. I'll be joining at, probably 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night just to hop on for about an hour and probably do some more forecasting for y'all, talk about the updated weather and stuff like that. So, but anyways, well, you guys take care. Once again, y'all be safe out there. A couple severe thunderstorms is possible out there across the west today, across the Central Plains today, for the remainder of this evening. But anyways, that's just going to go ahead and wrap it up. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. Take care, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Once again, Carp, thanks so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. All right, you guys, take care, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Saturday through Sunday, mostly clear. Highs in the upper 80s. Lows in the middle 60s. Here are the 8 p.m. conditions for the local area. at Topeka, it was mostly cloudy. The temperature was 83 degrees, the dew point 75, and the relative humidity was 77%, producing a heat index of 90. The wind was calm. The pressure was 29.93 inches and rising. At Manhattan, it was cloudy. The temperature was 82 degrees, the dew point 73, and the relative humidity was 74%. The wind was calm. Around the region, at Beatrice, it was clear, with a temperature of 81. It was partly cloudy, with a temperature of 83 at Kansas City, and 82 at Springfield. It was mostly cloudy, with a temperature of 81 at Lawrence, and 84 at Concordia. It was cloudy, with a temperature of 82 at Emporia, 80 at Omaha, and 84 at Wichita. Once again, at Manhattan, it was 82 degrees under cloudy skies. Once again, at Topeka, it was 83 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Severe thunderstorm watch number